So, just coming out from Total filling station, went there to do front wheel alignment of my D2 coupe as a 407 basis coupe, 6-speed, 5-speed manual. So, the reason why I'm doing this video is how you can easily maintain your Peugeot 407 suspension, especially the front one. It's about checking. You know, one thing about 407 is especially the front side of the suspension. They usually give sign. You know, they do give sign when something is wrong, or one of the bushings or components under those under wheel is about to fail. Usually it's those bushings, you know. So they do give sign. You'll be hearing some noise, and there are some you can ignore and some you cannot ignore. Now, the most dangerous part of the one that is more dangerous, about two, not even one, is the lower ball joint. You don't want to mess with that one, and the shock absorber mount, the front one. Those are the ones that if they're actually bad and you keep driving or managing the car like that, it's going to cause a big problem for you. I'm talking about the shock absorber. If the pad is weak, what usually happens is sometimes it will crack. If you keep using it, it has about 4 layers or something. You just keep breaking until the final one will break, and then that shaft will pull through the bonnet. So you don't want that thing to happen. Now I always tell people that one of the weaknesses of 407 is the suspension. So once you start hearing noise, have it checked. The second one that is also dangerous is the lower ball joint. It has 2 ball joints, upper and the lower, on each of the front wheels. So the one that usually fails is the lower one, not the upper one. So if you start hearing any noise, have the car checked. Have it checked. You probably may end up not replacing anything major. In fact, you may end up not even replacing anything, because one thing about 407 is it can be very hard to eliminate suspension noise. Honestly, it can be difficult to eliminate. You know, you could remove the entire suspension in the front and check, and you realize that all the bushings are okay. At least the ones that matters, they're all okay. You know, but you put everything, I might even change everything only for you to drive the car. You still be hearing small noise, you know, from the suspension. What do? You just just keep using it. What do you? But like I said, what matters is these 2 things: the upper, the gear, shock absorber mount, and the ball joint, the lower ball joint. Don't joke with those things. So once you check and confirm those 2 things are intact, then every other one, yes, you can easily deal with them. You know, when you can. There's another one. I'm trying to remember the name of that bushing that's under that lower ball joints around that side. I'm trying to remember this name. You know. That particular one has its own symptoms. Sometimes it will be here. If you touch your brake, like if you accelerate, you boom, deaccelerate, boom, touch your brake, boom. You know, if you are driving any rough road, you just be hearing that boom. You will know when that thing is bad, unless you don't know how to recognize that symptom. So that one. There are other symptoms too, that, you know, like you could be driving, you can be driving on a smooth road and you realize that the front end of the car is kind of dancing around. even when the road is very smooth. You can see that it's not actually, even though your steering wheel is straight, but you see the way car doing. I don't know how to explain it. You understand what I mean if you experience it. So all those things has to do with those bushes there. So deal with them. So you always check. By checking means you can see the only way to check to be sure for a fact, you have to remove all those suspension components. That's the only way. If you think you can check by maybe removing only the tires and look at it, you are joking. Honestly, you have to pull out everything, remove the shock absorber, remove everything you find under there. Look at it, check, then if everything is in good order, you put back. You always find something. The only thing you see, the only thing I could say is, okay, the bushing, one of the bushing that is not that significant might not be that bad. So it probably have one, but not so pronounced for you to physically see it with your eyes. So maybe somewhere inside is a little bit torn, so you're broken, so you may not really see. So which could be the source of the noise. In that case, yeah, you might decide to put everything back. But if it's that obvious, no, you have to deal with it. If it's your lower ball joint, don't even try to remove it, because it does pull away. You see, for some 407 they do suffer from that. You see them, it just pull. Your tire will pull out, and that will be the end. It's trying to keep you on that road. Yeah, the ball joint, they do pull away. So don't let that happen. Once they are weak, they are not even that expensive. Replace them, two of them. You don't necessarily have to go for the OEM. In fact, my advice: don't buy OEM. Don't buy OEM. Some might be, even if it's available, even if you can afford it, avoid it. That OEM, talking about lower ball joint, it has one kind of design flaw that makes the nut to last longer. So sometimes you realize that the aftermarket ones, which has a little bit different design, last much better, longer than those OEM. So the OEM, for some reasons, it allows that water, to enter inside where the bearing is, which eventually will make the bearing to pack up. While the aftermarket one tends to seal off completely. So it's as very ironic to say this, but that is the truth. So I wouldn't buy OEM if I were you. So that 407 lower ball joint is concerned. I'm not saying buying fake or the low quality this thing, but just forget about OEM. Okay, so I hope this helps, and so that's one of the ways you can own, and don't rough handle 407. They don't like that. Trust me. If you are coming from 406, 504, and you think 407 will behave or handle rough use, you will regret 407 ownership. They don't like it. Yeah, they can suck up all this rough road and everything, but my point is the bill to keep, you keep spending. That's the thing. So when you get the rough road, reduce your speed. Be mindful of how you climb potholes and the rest. Don't jump in and because it's Peugeot, you're supposed to, suspension is supposed to be as rugged as every other Peugeot. No, it's not. 407 is not. Kind of fragile. In terms of performance, it's better than the predecessor, which is 406, that is succeeded. Much better. But in terms of which one can handle rough use, no, it's not. Yes, I would still say it is kind of fragile. Okay, so I think that is it for this video.